Hello students, welcome to Gnanmanjari Vidyapeeth online education. I am Abhishek Goswami. I hope that you all are fine and safe at your home. So in the last lecture, we completed our chapter number 6, and by the completion of chapter number 6, we completed our culture syllabus. And in the today's lecture, we are going to start our chapter number 13, and the name of the chapter number 13 is Manufacturing Industries. So let's get start the chapter. So first of all, the process in which man can change the natural resources into usable conditions according to his intellectual, cultural and economic capacity is called industry. So this is the definition of industry. Once again I repeat, the process in which man can change the natural resources into usable conditions according to his intellectual, cultural and economic capacity, it is known as industry. इंडस्ट्री का सिंपल मीनिंग यही है कि अगर कोई मैन अपनी इंटेलेक्चुअल कल्चरल कंडीशन एंड इकोनॉमिक कैपेसिटी का यूज़ करके अगर कोई भी नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज को यूजेबल कंडीशंस में चेंज कर सकता है तो इसी को हम कहेंगे इंडस्ट्री. So in India, the industrial traditions are found since Indus Valley civilization. At the time, India used to prepare cotton textile, clay utensils, things of bell metal and beads. Up to 18th century, India was ahead in shipbuilding industry. India was also ahead in handicraft and in cottage industries. There was a heavy demand of Indian cloth, muslin cloth and metal utensils and ornaments. So since ancient time, Indus Valley civilization, it was also famous for the industrial work. Like during Indus Valley civilization, India used to prepare cotton textile, clay utensils, things of bell metal and beads, and up to 18th century India was ahead in shipbuilding industry, and India was also ahead in handicraft and in cottage industry. With the beginning of industrial revolution in England, the Britishers used to take away raw material, especially raw cotton. They used to follow the policy of selling the goods manufactured in England at a higher price in India, so the Indian market would collapse. This damaged the industrial textile industry and the Indian craftsmen of India heavily. सो इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन की बात करें इंग्लैंड में 18th सेंचुरी में ये पीक पर था इन द इंग्लैंड. एंड ड्यूरिंग इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन हम बात करें तो पॉलिसी इंग्लिश पीपल की क्या थी कि इंडिया में जितना भी क्लोथ इंडिया से ये सभी रॉ मटेरियल परचेज करते थे कॉटन का, एंड उसको इंग्लैंड में मैन्युफैक्चर करके अगेन ये सभी क्लोथ्स के हायर प्राइस पे करते थे हमारे इंडियंस. तो ये एक चेन है कि रॉ मटेरियल इंडिया में से परचेज करना और उसके क्लोथ बना के इंडिया में ही वापस उसको सेल करना. सो दैट्स वाई इंडियन इकोनॉमी डैमेज आफ्टर दिस chain of reaction. Then let's move to next topic, and it is importance of industries. Today, the existence of nations depends only on the development of industries. Economic development without the industrial progress will be impossible. Those countries which have developed more industrially have strengthened their economic equally. Countries like United States of America, Russia, Japan, South Korea are prosperous and developed nations on the basis of their industrial development. Those countries where industries are either not developed or are less developed are not able to harness the natural resources as industrial raw material. They have to sell their natural resources at a cheaper price and purchase the things made of the same raw material from foreigners at a higher price. Manufacturing industries contribute about 29% of the national production of India. So this is the importance of industries. Like in today, the existence of nations depends only on the development of industries. अगर कोई कंट्री की इंडस्ट्री काफ़ी ज़्यादा डेवलप्ड होगी तो यहाँ पर हमें उसकी इकोनॉमिक कंडीशंस भी काफ़ी देखने को मिलेगी. मीन्स हम बात करें कंट्रीज लाइक यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका, रशिया, जापान, साउथ कोरिया आर प्रॉस्परस एंड डेवलप्ड नेशंस. एंड अदर कंट्रीज की बात करें इंडिया, अफ्रीकन कंट्रीज आर नॉट वेल डेवलप्ड कंट्री बिकॉज इंडिया में इंडस्ट्रीज की काफ़ी कमी है. So, manufacturing industries contribute about 29% of the national production of India. एंड ये फिगर काफ़ी कम है. थोड़ा सा कंट्रीब्यूशन इसका ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. वरना क्या होगा कि हमें हमारी जो रॉ मटेरियल है ये हमें अदर कंट्री में सेंड करने होंगे और यहाँ से जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग गुड आएगी इसको हमें परचेज करना होगा. सो रॉ मटेरियल काफ़ी चीपर प्राइस में हमें देना पड़ता है और जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोडक्ट होगी इसके लिए हमें हायर अमाउंट पे करना होगा. So the administrative policy of British rule broke the backbone of the Indian industrial structure. During slavery period, industries with modern methods could not be started in India. In 1853, the first industrial complex of iron furnace based on charcoal was founded, but it failed. The first successful attempt was made in 1854 in cotton textile industry. Thereafter, jute mill was established in 1855 at Risra near Kolkata. In 1874, a factory was founded at Kulti for making iron ore which was closed after few years. So it was restarted in 1881 and in 1907 a new dimension was provided with the founding of Tata Iron and Steel Company at Jamshedpur. So this is the history of industrial uh, work. Like we can see that first successful attempt was made in 1844 in cotton textile industry. हमारा फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट था 1853 में. ये चारकोल बेस्ड एक इंडस्ट्री थी बट ये फेल हो गई थी. बट फर्स्ट सक्सेसफुल अटेम्प्ट था इन 1854 और ये था बेस्ड ऑन कॉटन टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री. In 1855 में you must remember jute mill was established at Rishra near Kolkata and it was successful uh, successful attempt. In 1874 factory was founded at Kulti for making iron but it was closed after few years. तो 1874 में जो कुल्ती का जो अटेम्प्ट था आयरन बेस्ड इंडस्ट्री के लिए ये फेल हो गया था. अगेन ये 81 में रीस्टार्ट हुआ एंड धीरे धीरे ये डेवलप भी हुआ. बट 1907 में टाटा आयरन एंड स्टील कंपनी ये सक्सेसफुल अटेम्प्ट था फॉर द इंडस्ट्री. ये जमशेदपुर में एस्टाब्लिश्ड हुई. यू मस्ट रिमेंबर दिस कंपनी टाटा आयरन एंड स्टील कंपनी. It was established in 1907 and after the establishment of this company, a new dimension was provided for the industrial history. Then let's move to classification of industries. So industries are divided on the basis of human labor, ownership and the sources of raw material. On the basis of human labor, the industries can be divided as small scale and large scale industries. Those industries where more employment is available is known as large scale industry. Example, cotton textile industry. When an industry is under the direction of an individual's ownership and the number of laborers is also less, it is called as small scale industry. Example, sugar industry. Besides this, industries can be classified as private, public, and collaborative and cooperative groups. So, industries can be classified in many ways on the basis of the source of raw material. The industries can be classified into agro-based industries and mineral-based industries. So, this is the classification of industries. Like, industries are divided on the basis of mainly 3 points, like on the basis of human labor, on the basis of ownership, and on the basis of source of raw material. So on the basis of human labor, the industries can be divided as small scale industry and large scale industry. So here you must remember the definition of large scale industry and small scale industry. Like those industries where more employment is available, it is known as large scale industry. And the example of large scale industry, it is cotton textile industry. And when an industry is under the direction of an individual's ownership and the number of laborers is also less, it is called small scale industry. And the example of small scale industry, it is sugar industry. And industries can be also classified as private, public, collaborative, and cooperative groups. So you must remember this classification also. And on the basis of the source of raw material, the industries can be classified into agro-based industries and mineral-based industries. So first of all, let's learn about cotton textile industry. So the garment industry has an important place in the industrial economy of India. This industry provides employment to about 3.5 crore people. Textile industry is the industry which provides maximum employment in the country. India holds second rank after China in the export of cotton textiles. It is the main industry from the production and employment points of view. So you must remember, cotton is the largest agro-based industry in our India. Like cotton industry provides employment to about 3.5 crore people, and India holds second rank after China in the export of cotton textiles. That's why it is very important and main industry of India. So first cotton mill was established in Mumbai. Thereafter, Shahpur mills and Calico mills were established in Ahmedabad in Gujarat. In the initial years, the cotton textile mills were established in Mumbai and Ahmedabad. These mills were established due to cheap cotton and availability of labor, then transport facilities, ports of export, and favorable markets. Today, cotton textile mills are located in about 100 cities of the country. Many main traditional and important centers at present: Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Bhiwandi, Solapur, Kolhapur, Nagpur, Indore, and Ujjain. So you must remember, first cotton mill was established in Mumbai. मुंबई में सबसे पहली कॉटन मिल एस्टेब्लिश्ड हुई थी. Thereafter, Shahpur mills and Calico mills were established in Ahmedabad. So you must remember, Shahpur mills and Calico mills is located in Ahmedabad. इनिशियल ईयर्स की बात करें तो कॉटन टेक्सटाइल मिल्स अहमदाबाद एंड मुंबई में ही एस्टेब्लिश्ड हुई थी. बट धीरे धीरे थ्रू आउट द कंट्री हम देख सकते हैं एट प्रेजेंट टाइम 100 cities of the country having cotton textile mills. एंड अहमदाबाद एंड मुंबई में जो कॉटन मिल्स को काफ़ी एनकरेजमेंट मिलता था, इसका रीज़न यही था कि चीप कॉटन कॉटन की प्राइस काफ़ी लो थी उस टाइम पे। अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ लेबर लेबर भी काफ़ी अवेलेबल हो जाते हैं इन अहमदाबाद एंड मुंबई। ट्रांसपोर्ट फैसिलिटीज़ भी काफ़ी अच्छी थी। पोर्ट्स फॉर एक्सपोर्ट एंड फेवरेबल मार्केट्स। अहमदाबाद एंड मुंबई कोस्टल लाइन के आसपास में ही लोकेटेड है, दैट्स वाई एक्सपोर्ट भी हम आसानी से कर सकते हैं। दैट्स वाई इनिशियल ईयर्स में मुंबई एंड अहमदाबाद में कॉटन टेक्सटाइल मिल्स काफ़ी अच्छी तरीके से एस्टेब्लिश्ड हुई थी। बट नाउ इन इंडिया मुंबई, अहमदाबाद, भिवंडी, सोलापुर, कोल्हापुर, नागपुर, इंदौर एंड उज्जैन are the important centers of India. These are more mills in Mumbai in Maharashtra. Hence it is also called as Cotton Police of India. You must remember there are more mills in Mumbai in Maharashtra. That's why it is known as Cotton Police of India. The industry is also established at Pune, Kolhapur, Aurangabad, Jalgaon cities. In Gujarat, Ahmedabad is called as Manchester of the East and Denim City of India. So you must remember, Gujarat is also known as Manchester of the East and Denim City of India because मैनचेस्टर ये काफ़ी फेमस है फॉर द कॉटन इंडस्ट्री इन इंग्लैंड। दैट्स वाई अहमदाबाद को ईस्ट का मैनचेस्टर मैनचेस्टर ऑफ द ईस्ट भी कहा जाता है एंड डेनिम सिटी ऑफ इंडिया। बिसाइड्स सिटीज लाइक वडोदरा, कलोल, भरूच, सूरत, पोरबंदर, भावनगर एंड राजकोट आर ऑल्सो included. Coimbatore is the main center of Tamil Nadu. Chennai and Madurai cities are also included. Main centers in Uttar Pradesh are Kanpur, Etawah, Agra, Lucknow, etc. Indore, Gwalior, Ujjain and Devas are the main centers of the industry in Madhya Pradesh. In West Bengal, Kolkata, Howrah, Murshidabad are main centers of the industry. Then Kotal textile industry was set up also in Rajasthan, Punjab and Haryana. Extensive market centers, transportation, banks and electricity have contributed considerably in decentralization of this industry. So हम बात करें कि गुजरात में like many cities वडोदरा, कलोल, भरूच, सूरत, पोरबंदर, भावनगर, राजकोट, these all cities are included as cotton, means in these cities we can see that many cotton industry. In South India you must remember Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore is the main center of cotton industry. Then main center of Uttar Pradesh like Kanpur, Etawah, Agra, Lucknow. मध्य प्रदेश की बात करें इंदौर, ग्वालियर, उज्जैन and in West Bengal like Kolkata, Howrah, Murshidabad are main centers for the cotton industry. Today, cotton textile industry is facing a tough competition due to the factors like inadequate supply of best variety of cotton, use of old machinery, irregular electric supply, competition from artificial fiber cloth in the market, and keen competition in global markets. India exports cotton textile cloth to Russia, United Kingdom, United States of America, Sudan, Nepal, Australia, France and South African countries. So cotton textile industry is facing a tough competition. सो ये सभी रीजंस आपको याद रखने होंगे। लाइक फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इन एडिक्वेट सप्लाई ऑफ बेस्ट वेराइटी ऑफ कॉटन। सेकेंड, यूज ऑफ ओल्ड मशीनरी। थर्ड, irregular electric supply. Fourth, competition from artificial fiber cloth. These all are reason for facing tough competition in the cotton textile industry. Then India exports cotton textile cloth to Russia, United Kingdom, US, Sudan, Nepal, Australia, France and South African countries. Then let's move to jute textile industry. So jute is second ranked major industry of India. India holds first place in the production of jute and goods made from jute. India is at second place after Bangladesh in the export of jute. Of the total jute production of the country, West Bengal produces about 80%, Andhra Pradesh about 10%, and the rest is produced by Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Assam and Tripura. So you must remember, after cotton industry, jute is the second ranked major industry of India, and India holds first place in the production of jutes. But India is at second place after Bangladesh in the export of jute. And jute production की बात करें तो West Bengal produces about 80% and Andhra Pradesh about 10% and the rest it is produced by Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Assam and Tripura. Much water is needed to purify jute, so most the mills are located on the bank of Hooghly River. This industry is concentrated in West Bengal due to cheap labor force, banks and insurance coverage, port for uh, export quality, etc. So you must remember this is the characteristics of jute textile industry, like much water is needed to purify the jute. So the most of the mills are located on the bank of river Hooghly, and this industry is concentrated in West Bengal due to cheap labor force, banks and insurance coverage and port for export facility. वेस्ट बंगाल में जूट सबसे ज़्यादा प्रोड्यूस इसीलिए होता है कि यहाँ पर हमें चीप लेबर फोर्स मिल जाता है, बैंक्स एंड इंश्योरेंस कवरेज भी काफ़ी अच्छा होता है एंड पोर्ट फॉर एक्सपोर्ट फैसिलिटी बिकॉज वेस्ट बंगाल हैविंग कोस्ट लाइन, दैट्स वाई एक्सपोर्ट फैसिलिटी भी वेस्ट बंगाल में काफ़ी अच्छी होगी. Today, the demand for jute has decreased because of other options in the packing material for goods. Jute industry is facing such problems like more cost of production and decreasing demand of jute in international markets. Nowadays हम बात करें, demand for jute has decreased because of other options in the packing material. You must remember, jute is mostly used for the packing material, and nowadays we can see that plastic and other packing material. That's why the demand for jute has decreased. And jute industry is facing such problems like more cost of production and decreasing demand of jute in international market. So this is about jute textile industry. Then let's move to silk textile industry. So silk production has a long tradition. After China, India ranks second in the world in silk production. In India, four types of silk are produced. These are mulberry, edi, tussar and muga. Today there are about 300 silk weaving mills in India. Major states producing silk are Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Punjab and Jammu Kashmir. Silken clothes are exported to Europe, Africa and Gulf countries. Besides, these are also exported to Germany, Singapore, USA, Kuwait, Malaysia, and Russia. In international market, Indian silk is facing tough competition from China. So silk textile industry has a long tradition. After China, India ranks second in the world for silk production, and in India, four types of silk are produced. Like these are Mulberry, Eri, Tussar and Munga. सिल्क प्रोडक्शन हमारे इंडिया में काफ़ी लॉन्ग ट्रेडिशन है. पूरे वर्ल्ड में हम बात करें तो ये एक लंबी ट्रेडिशन है. आफ्टर चाइना हमारा इंडिया का रैंक पूरे वर्ल्ड में सेकंड है इन सिल्क प्रोडक्शन. एंड हमारे इंडिया में जनरली फोर टाइप्स के सिल्क प्रोड्यूस होते हैं. यू मस्ट रिमेंबर द टाइप्स ऑफ सिल्क. लाइक दीज आर मलबेरी, ईरी, टसर एंड मुगा. Nowadays, total 300 silk weaving mills are located in India, and major states producing silk are Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Punjab and Jammu Kashmir. एंड सिल्कन क्लोथ्स कहाँ पर ज़्यादा एक्सपोर्ट होते हैं तो स्पेशली यूरोप, अफ्रीका और गल्फ कंट्रीज़ में सिल्क सिल्क क्लोथ्स की काफ़ी डिमांड होती है. Then let's move to map activity. So in this map we can see that there are three symbols. Like black symbol suggested that cotton textile industry. Then a triangular uh, sky blue symbol suggested that woolen textile industry. And rectangular pink symbol suggested that zinc textile industry. So we can see that all industry in India, like especially हमारे गुजरात की बात करें तो ब्लैक सिंबल में देखने को मिलेगी कॉटन इंडस्ट्री. इन अहमदाबाद, Rajkot, Porbandar, Jamnagar, Vadodara, Surat, we can see that there are many cotton industries, and we can see that some silken cloth industry like in Ahmedabad at near Junagadh and Jamnagar. And we can see that Mumbai is most important center for cotton industry. In the South India, we can see that in Tamil Nadu state, Coimbatore is very important center for cotton industry. Then in Uttar Pradesh, we can see that Kanpur is very important center for cotton industry. And in West Bengal, we can see that Hooghly, Howrah, Murshidabad, these all are center for silk producing factories. Silk industry, we can see that in West Bengal. Then let's move to woolen textiles industry. So as a cottage industry, the history of woolen textile industry is very old. Maximum woolen textile mills are present in Punjab. Next comes in Maharashtra. There are woolen textile mills in Uttar Pradesh also. Ahmedabad and Jamnagar in Gujarat are centers of woolen clothes. Other major centers are Bikaner and Jaipur in Rajasthan, Srinagar in Jammu Kashmir, and Bengaluru in Karnataka. India also produced woolen carpets. Woolen cloth is exported to America, Canada, Germany, France, and Russia. So this is about woolen textile industry. So you must remember woolen textile industry is the history of woolen textile industry is very old. Maximum woolen textile mills are present in Punjab, and next comes to Maharashtra. In Gujarat, we can see that Ahmedabad and Jamnagar is the important woolen textile industry. Then we also produced woolen carpets. You must remember India also produced woolen carpets, and we exported woolen cloth to America, Canada, Germany, France and Russia. Then let's move to synthetic textile industry. So the cloth made from synthetic fiber made by man is strong, durable, and does not retain wrinkles. Hence, this industry has developed very much. The cotton fiber are mixed with synthetic fibers to get mixed variety of the cloth. Many producers of this industry are Kerala, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal and Tamil Nadu. Other centers are Surat, Kanpur, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Kolkata, Chennai and Modinagar. So this is about synthetic textiles industry. So the cloth made from synthetic fiber made by men is strong, durable and does not retain wrinkles. Synthetic textile means artificial textile means यहाँ पर हमें रॉ मटेरियल के रूप में आर्टिफिशियल सोर्सेज मिलेंगे। रॉ मटेरियल में एग्रीकल्चर बेस्ड नहीं होंगे जैसे कि कॉटन, सिल्क, देन बात करें जूट, यहाँ पर आर्टिफिशियल फाइबर का यूज होगा जैसे कि सिंथेटिक फाइबर। एंड synthetic fiber has many quality like it is strong, it is durable and it does not retain wrinkles. So that's why the importance of synthetic textiles is very much like cotton fibers are mixed with synthetic fibers to get mixed variety of cloth and it is very durable and very strong. Main producer of this industry are Kerala, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal and Tamil Nadu. Then let's move to sugar industry. Making jaggery from the sugarcane juice is very old industry in India. Sugar industry stands second after textiles in agrarian industries in India. After reaping the crop of sugarcane, it has to be squeezed within 24 hours so that the amount of water is not reduced. Otherwise, its sugar contents will decrease. That is why the sugar factories are located near sugarcane growing centers. Sugar factories are located in Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Gujarat. This industry is developed in Gujarat at Bardoli, Gandevi, Surat, Navsari, Viara, Bharuch, Kodinar and Talala Gir. So शुगर इंडस्ट्री, शुगर इंडस्ट्री में हम देखें तो शुगर केन जूस में से हम बनाएंगे जैगरी. दिस इज वेरी ओल्ड इंडस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया एंड India is an agrarian country. That's why it is very important industry of India. Like sugar industry stands second after textiles in agrarian industries in India. After reaping of crop sugarcane, it has to be squeezed within 24 hours so that the amount of water is not reduced. sugarcane में से हम जूस निकालेंगे, उसको हमें 24 आवर्स में ही करना होगा. एक बार शुगर केन का हार्वेस्ट कर लिया, उसके बाद 24 आवर्स में ही हमें उसको स्क्वीज करना होगा, उसमें से सारा जूस निकाल देना होगा. अदरवाइज क्या होगा, इट्स शुगर कंटेंट्स विल डिक्रीज. दैट्स वाई द शुगर फैक्ट्रीज आर लोकेटेड नियर शुगर केन ग्रोइंग सेंटर्स. और इसी के कारण शुगर फैक्ट्रीज सभी शुगर केन ग्रोइंग सेंटर्स के पास ही होती है. Sugar industries are located in Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Gujarat, and in specially Gujarat like Bardoli, Gandevi, Surat, Navsari all are very important centers for the sugar industry. Then let's move to last topic and it is paper industry. So paper is made out of softwood, bamboo, grass and molasses etc. It is produced in Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, West Bengal, Odisha, Karnataka, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Tamil Nadu and Haryana. So paper industry. India is very good in paper industry also. Like Paper is made out of softwood, bamboo, grass, molasses, and famous centers for the paper industry in India, like it is generally produced in Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, West Bengal, Odisha, almost all states having paper industry. So this is about our today's video. In this video we have started our chapter number 13 and we have discussed about industry. Like first of all we have discussed about definition of industry, then we have discussed about importance of industry, then we have discussed about classification of industry, and we have started our agro-based industries. Like first of all we have discussed about cotton industry, then sugarcane industry, paper industry, then we have discussed about jute industry, silk cloth industry. So I hope you understood very well about all the points from this lecture, and if you have any doubts regarding this lecture you can ask me anytime. So now this is end of the video. In the next video we will move further in the chapter. So have a nice day and thank you for watching this video.